Hey everyone, Exo Planner Love here. I just wanted to get on really quick and kind of do a flip through of the, excuse me, the planner that I've been using in my EDC. I apologize for the shaky video. In the process of moving and my tripod is packed somewhere. So yeah, let's get into it. This first, I guess I should start off by saying that this is a Nanami Paper B6 Slim Grid. And I've been using this for about 2.5 years now. Prior to that, it was like a Hobonichi, and I've done TNs. And this just seems to be my planner perfect size, the one that I love. It is a planner and a wallet. I like them both together. I don't like to be fumbling around in my purse for my planner and then also my wallet, because I use both of them for appointments and everything like that. And so yeah, so the cover here is just something really simple. This changes quite frequently, just kind of when I'm needing something new. So I just have some scrapbook paper, and I really liked the colors. They went well together. And then these are two Pipstick of their vinyl stickers that I decided to put on there because I just really liked the colors, and I felt like they went with it, and it's just perfect because this is Noodles and Boba, and I love both of them, and I just thought it was really cute. And I was gonna put some quotes on here originally to kind of fill in like this negative empty space, but I don't know, I kind of really liked how it turned out. I liked that it was simple, that excuse me, that there wasn't a lot of things to, read when I saw it, and it's just, yeah, I really enjoy it, and this is what I'm going to keep for now. All right, so let's get into it. So inside, excuse my mess. Again, we're in the process of moving, so I'm not at my desk, but I guess we'll start over here. So the cover, I'm sorry, let me back up. The plastic cover that I have on came from Nanami as well, and it's just their normal plastic cover, and I really like it. They have changed their cover because the one that I had previously was a little bit thinner. This one seems to be a lot more sturdy. It is, just like a PVC type plastic, and I cut a slit right here just to make a pocket. Because it was wide enough, I didn't really feel the need to put an adhesive pocket on this flap right here, and it holds up great. I just put like some clear tape right here on the side to keep it from ripping all the way, but this is twice now that I've done this with their covers, their older one and this one, and I've never had it rip the rest of the way. It's held up great. I'm very rough with my planner. I do not baby it. I like things to be well loved, well used. As you'll see as we go through my planner, it is not... it is pretty for me, but it's not something where I want it to be more pretty than I do functional. I want my planners to be functional for me. And excuse me, I'm so sorry. I woke up not too recently, and I'm so like trying to drink my coffee, so I apologize. I seem to have something in my throat. So, okay, all right, so let's just start with this pocket. I just have like some random little tidbits in here. This was a sticker that, I'm sorry, it's not a sticker, it's a Band-Aid. And I just put some washi tape on the back so it wouldn't come apart, but this is a Bob Ross Band-Aid that my friend gave me. Her coworkers threw her a Bob Ross birthday one year, and she just gave me this, and I thought that that was the neatest thing. I didn't even know they made Bob Ross Band-Aids, and it was just so funny to me, and her and I both love Bob Ross, and it was just, yeah, I don't know, it's just something she gave me. I thought it was really cute and sweet that she shared that. And this is a sticker from one of my friend's Etsy shops. I cannot think for the life of me what her name is. I know it's horrible, but I'll have to find it and link it below. And then I just have some cute little heart stickers that I use for tracking things. And then I just have like a cutout from Pipstick magazine. I just really liked the quote, not a cutout, I'm sorry, a quote. I just really, really appreciate, oh my goodness, words. I really liked what it said. And then I just have a picture of my cat. I thought she was really cute, and she is sassy, and she just is fuzzy, and I just loved it. And then I have some Starbucks gift cards, and then just some Shine Sticker Studio Happy Mail stickers that I like to put down whenever I get some Happy Mail. And that's pretty much all that I keep in this pocket. Sometimes if I have, like reward punch card type things, I'll keep those in here as well, just so that's like a quick grab, and it's front and center and reminds me to use them, because I am so sorry about doing this one-handed. It's a lot more difficult than I anticipated. And yeah, so behind here, let me fix this a little bit. I apologize. So behind here, I just have, this is just like a scripture reading plan that I printed off from Pinterest, and I mean, it was free. It's just, I had it in another planner and I didn't finish it, so I just like to keep it there. And then I have just some random things. I have some stamps, and I have more of the hearts. I get them from Hello Happiness Co. She's got some really cute stuff. I really love these hearts, and I purchase quite a bit at a time because they last a while, and it's just nice to have them on hand. And I'm very impatient with waiting on things to ship to me. So if I can have multiples of the things that I love that I use in my planner almost daily, then that's exactly what I'll do, is I'll just order multiples. Like I said, stamps. This is a bookmark I made before my husband and I started dating and talking, and it was just, I just put things on there that I wanted to pray for in a husband, and I just prayed them whenever I felt lonely, or like God wasn't ever going to send me a husband, that sort of thing. Or when, like I just was struggling in my faith and my walk with the Lord. It was just something to pray, and it was really sweet. I like to keep it as a reminder, because the Lord absolutely did bless me with everything I prayed for on that. And I just love to see that that's just an answered prayer. And, it encourages you and it builds your faith. And I love those things. So on this side, I just have some sticky notes. This is, first of all, it's old, and it's a PVC ring credit card holder. So I bought it probably in 2018 or 2019 when I was using my Hobonichi, because I wanted to have my wallet with my planner and my Hobonichi weeks, and I bought this and I loved it, except I didn't realize at the time it was for a rings planner. And so what I did was I cut the pocket off of it, because I wasn't obviously using it, and I didn't care, to cut it. It was fine for me to cut it off. And then it's, like I said, it's old. It's got tape residue stuck to it, and it works great. It's like $8, and I love it. I need to get another one, because this one is definitely needing to be replaced. But I just keep my license up here, and then I keep my two bank cards here that I use for my bank accounts. And then on the back, I don't really have anything other than like some scripture, just a little card for a bakery that my husband and I went to in San Fran. And yeah, this is held up very well. I'm actually quite impressed that it has lasted this long. It's been in oh my goodness, 3 or 4 different planners, and I literally just glue down this plastic part that's supposed to go into the rings with just like a glue stick, and then I just put tape on either side. I let it dry. I make sure that I can flip it over like this. Again, I don't use the back, so it's fine. That's why I just have scriptures and stuff in there. And then once it dries, it works perfect. And it has served me well, and I like it, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk, which is what I really love about the card slots, because I know I've looked into some of the other, like, you know, just planner wallets that you can add in, and a lot of them are really thick that I've come across, or like the fabric ones that are really, you know, cute, and I love that. But for me, in my planner, I don't love that a wallet insert is going to take up a lot of room and add a lot of bulk, and so I just choose to do it this way, and it works for me, and I love it. I just have color coding system right here. I am 7.5 months pregnant, so I will be writing down appointments and stuff once my baby is born, and so yeah, this is a new system I started. So far, I've really liked it. I started implementing it in April this month, and it's worked really well. I might change it up a little bit. I'm kind of just trying it out and seeing how it works. And then this is just a die cut of a bookmark, and I just sticker bombed it on both sides and laminated it. I have, like many of us, I feel, I have a hard time with committing stickers to things, and I will hold on to them for years until I use them. And then in the past, I have, you know, stuck them down on planners or journals where I can't reuse them, or I should say transfer them to my next planner or journal. And it makes me a little sad because some of these I only have, you know, one of, and I like to look at them because they make me happy. And this is a really good way for me to be able to reuse them, or, you know, just transfer them to another planner, and I get to continuously look at them, and I really like this way of doing it, and it helps me with my commitment issues with stickers, and it's just fun, and it's cute. You know, I've used it for a bookmark before in my Bible, you know, you can use it for whatever, and I've done this with a bunch of different things. And so it is double-sided. I'm not going to take it off because it's quite difficult. Well, actually, it's going to come off easy. Okay. So this is the other side. Again, just some of my favorite stickers. Some of them were, actually, a lot of them were given to me by friends, and just like sticker swaps that I've done in the past. And so I just really enjoy them. These are just some random sticky notes for whatever. I usually decorate this back part, but you know, I didn't really feel the need to do that with this planner, and I also wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so we'll just come back to this later. That's just gonna drive me nuts. And so I just left it blank, and it's fine. It works great. So I started this in September of last year. My previous planner was running out of room, and so I was nervous that if I started the whole month, I wasn't going to have enough room to finish it, and I didn't want to have my month split between two planners. So in my old planner, I had already made this month, and so I literally just ripped out the pages. Well, I didn't rip them out, but I took them out and just pasted them in here. And that's kind of how I did it. Okay, let me try to get this into a better view. And so this is kind of what my calendar looks like. It changes depending on what I really want to keep track of. These are my dailies. And this changes, I wouldn't say frequently, but enough, because I'm still trying to figure out how I want my layout. I know that this half page is sometimes a little too much room for me because I don't have a lot going on. And if I don't have a lot going on, then there is a lot of blank space, and that kind of drives me insane because I really enjoy seeing full pages. So I started out doing it this way. I've done a couple other layouts in my old journal, my old planner. I should have grabbed it. I'm not going to, but I'll maybe show that in a different video. And I don't like this much space for a day. And that's okay. That's the beauty of planners, is that you can change them and make them into what works for each individual person. I just track, whatever, write down food, whatever it is that supplements I'm taking, what I'm eating, because I sometimes food will cause like joint pain and inflammation, and I like to keep track of what I eat, because then the next day if I'm hurting, it kind of will give me an idea of, okay, this is something that I need to maybe switch up or take out, or whatever the case may be. And then I just put in, stickers. Sometimes I'll put in little smiley face stickers like this, or emoji type stickers, to just keep track of my mood. I'm not very good with actual tracker layouts. I love that they work for some people, but for me, they just don't. This is about as in depth as I'll go with like a tracker of any sort. I mean, I don't do the greatest with them. I mean, even here with like reading my Bible, I skip some days, and so this I just like to keep track of, just to know like where I read last, in case I want to go back and read more, or read somewhere else. It's never something that I'm like, oh, I have to read this whole entire book of the Bible. It's just my way of being like, okay, I read Colossians 2 and 3. And so do I want to read Colossians, 4, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes I'll track the weather. Sometimes I won't. Yeah, just random things. So September, my husband and I were trying to conceive, and I was just keeping track of that. I was keeping track of food that I was craving, food that I didn't like, keeping track of like how many espresso shots I was drinking per day, because this is our first child. So I was nervous that too much caffeine might cause complications with trying to conceive, things like that. And this was just this was gonna be scripture writing, and I've done this before in the past in some other planners, and I really enjoyed it. But I think for me, I wanted my scripture writing to be in a separate notebook, because sometimes in the morning, if I am in my planner before I read my Bible, if I'm feeling like really crafty, because sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and just I'll have a lot of inspiration and want to do all the crafting, then I won't necessarily do my morning devotion with the Lord, and I really try to keep to that. I'm not perfect, and I don't always do it, but it is something that I do strive to do first thing in the morning. It just really sets the tone for my day, and it makes me feel better, and it's just, it's just my routine. I am a routine person. So yeah, so that didn't really work out. And then, so this was, I just paper clipped them together because it was going to be where I was going to have like a daily page, kind of like the, what is it? The Hobonichi, is it the Techo? I think it's the Techo. I have not had a Hobonichi Techo, but but where they have like daily pages. I was trying to do that with the rest of the month of September, but that did not work for me because, as you can see, they are blank, and I started to fall off the wagon a little bit here, because there was not a lot that was put down, and so I just decided not to do that because it was just too much room. This is just gratitude. Obviously, I didn't finish every single day or put something down, which is fine because this is real life, and sometimes you get busy and you forget to do things, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not grateful, but it just shows that I'm a real person, just like everyone else. And this is October. I really like to draw my calendars in this planner. I do not like to copy and paste, or not copy and paste. I don't like to paste them in, glue them in, print them out and glue them in is what I'm trying to say, because words are hard right now apparently. And because I don't like the different color of the pages, it drives me a little bit insane. I mean, not that my planner is perfect by any means, but that's just something that has always kind of drove me a little bit crazy. And then it's like, you know, different texture and all of those things, and then I just become kind of unhappy with how it turns out. And so I prefer to hand draw them, and they are not perfect by any means, and that's okay because it works for me. And again, we're doing the half page for each day. This is so I tried to track my food and calories because I wasn't actually sure that we were going to conceive, but we did, and I had a positive pregnancy test, and obviously this did not work. I was trying to track all my food and calories, and that just didn't exercise. None of that worked for me. So I got pregnant, and you know, this week was great, and then my goodness, not planner. Pregnancy fatigue kicked in so hard. I was not expecting to have that much fatigue in my first trimester. I knew from some friends that fatigue was very common during early pregnancy, but man, it was rough. I was not prepared for it. November, I kind of got bored with the spread. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. Didn't really decorate it a lot. I remember when I made this, I didn't have like a lot of creativity or inspiration, and so I didn't really know what to put down as far as the month. And, you know, I slowly started to get into a planner slump. I mean, you'll see here in a minute. I'm not sure why I put washi tape there. I think something happened. I kind of started to fall off a little bit with my not my tracking, but just like my planning. I was getting really bored. I was 10 weeks at this point, and I was definitely very exhausted from working full time. I was working, I think I was doing 4 10s at the time, and it was just a lot. It was a lot because I was sleeping 12 to 14 hours a night. I would get up, I would drink, you know, anywhere between 2 to 4 shots of espresso, and it still just was not enough. It would give me like an hour of energy in the morning, and I would do the dishes really quick, or throw a load of laundry in the washer, or fold clothes, and then get ready for work, and I would be tired the rest of the day. And I was trying really hard not to overdo it with the caffeine. And sometimes 4 shots of espresso was a little too much for me, and so I would tone it down a little bit. But yeah, it was rough with that fatigue, man. And then December is kind of where I completely stopped using my planner. I mean, really how blank it is. It was just, I was bored. Then we get to January, and nothing. I just was very bored with this. I couldn't figure out a flow and a plan that I liked and how I wanted my weeklies to look. And then we were like going out of state to go visit family. And so I wrote a packing list, and then our plane got canceled and rescheduled, and all sorts of things. And then I decided to write down some healthy food options, like just what I could, you know, like make to make me feel better with raw fruits and veggies. And so I did that for a while. It seemed to help with my energy levels. And then so I did January, and then for, where is it? It's right here. So for January, I was in this, and then February and March, I was doing a Moleskine daily, and I just was not happy with this. This was something that did not work for me, the Moleskine daily. I mean, this is what my days pretty much looked like. It did not work for a planner. I love the size. I do not like having dailies like this. It wasn't what I wanted. I was having a really hard time trying to decorate it. I've seen other people use Moleskine dailies pocket size, and they work very well for them. So this I turned into a daily journal, and so I just will journal now about my day, which seems to work very well for me. And yeah, so January hit and I did absolutely nothing, and we went out of town to go visit family, and then I was in the Moleskine for 2 months, and then in the middle of March I decided that I absolutely did not like the Moleskine, and it was just not going to work for me, and I wanted to be back into my B6. And so I've been in it for the month of April, and I'm extremely happy with it, and I love it. And I follow Monique, I believe is her name, on YouTube. She does a lot of different planners, and I just love her flow for her planner. And I tried her layout style, because obviously you can see I was struggling back here with trying to do a half a day, like 3 to 4 days on a page, half days or half a page, and this was not working for me. And so I found her on YouTube. I don't even know how long ago, but she was giving me like all of the inspiration, and her layouts, she does them like this. And her B6, she cuts down astrology to a B6 slim size, and I saw the way that she was doing her layouts, and I was like, okay, let me try that. And she has a lot of similar things that she does for function, for just like making her planner functional. Wow, I'm sorry. Apparently I need more coffee. And I really love her flow, and we have similar styles. And so when I saw her layout style like this, I was like, okay, let me give it a try and see if it works. And I have absolutely loved it. It has done wonders for me. It's enough space for me to write down everything that I need to write down. I mean, as you can see, there's still negative spaces, but these don't bother me. I'm so sorry. I'm being not the greatest at one-handed showing this. But these negative spaces, they don't bother me, because when I look at the page as a whole, the page looks full to me, and that's what I really like. And so, yeah, I absolutely love it. And I write down things. This is where my color coding came into play. It worked very well for me. I just put stickers down to maybe sometimes go along with what I'm doing. Like I cleaned, did some laundry, drank some coffee, that sort of thing. Last week, my husband and I were both super sick, and we got like this horrible stomach bug. I ended up having to go to like OB triage because I couldn't keep anything down, and I'm not even water. And then I started having contractions, and it was a mess. But yeah, this is this week, and I really am enjoying this layout a whole bunch. So I have a little bit of an issue, because I tend to want to future forward plan, and it has bit me in the butt in the past, because I will forward plan and I will do layouts, and then I'll get to those layouts and decide, oh, I don't like them. And so then I can't change them because I'm not going to put whiteout on the whole page. So I've sometimes ripped out pages or glued them together and then started over on the next page. But because I really like this layout style, I think it's going to work for me. And so for May, I went ahead and I changed things up a little bit. I shouldn't say change. I added a section into the month of May because I was just diagnosed with gestational diabetes, and I need to hurry because this video is way longer than I thought. I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes, and I have to keep track of my food. So I'm so sorry, you guys. This is horrible. So I have to keep track of my food, and so I decided to add a food log in here to see how it works for the month of May. My son is supposed to be due in June and or July, depending on when he decides to show up. And so after I get done, or I'm sorry, after he's born, I'm not sure I'll keep my food in here, but for now this is what works because when I go to appointments, I can just pull this out and go from there and talk to the doctors and stuff about it and keep track of my insulin levels. And I obviously haven't finished the rest of the weeks, but I will do that. I'll go back and do that and add the food in there. And yeah, so that's just what I've been doing with my planner. It works amazing for me. I really enjoy it. And I don't think that I will be changing the layout style anytime soon. And I do want to, or I have been thinking about wanting to do like a TN. And so I have this little passport size TN that I've never used, and I have a little, insert, and I'm trying to think of what to do, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to kind of think about it a little more. I want to use this for something because I really like the size. I just don't love the size for like a planner for me, but as far as having it for something else, I'm definitely going to be using it for something. So yeah, that is all that I have for today. Hopefully this video isn't too horrible. I'm so sorry about the shakiness and the angles. Like I said, my tripod is packed and I was not about to go through every single box to try to find it. But yeah, I will see you guys later.